that way. Hey, hear ye, hear ye. So, guys, you all enjoy your evening until I got too close to that speaker. That went horribly wrong. Is everybody enjoying their evening so far? Fantastic. I couldn't quite hear you. I was a bit deaf from shouting earlier. Could you tell me again? Are you enjoying your evening? That's a bit more like it. Fantastic. So, the best part of the evening coming up. My favourite part, at least, the speeches. So is everybody ready to hear some fantastic speeches? Okay, 4 of you at the front, that's fine. So, without further ado, I will hand you over to my main man, John, the father of the bride. So a big round of applause, please, for John.
I want for the morning, two for the show. Sorry, every time I get a mic in my hand, I just want to sing. Anyway.
Freedom! Yes, Charlie. One thing you lost a few hours ago when you said those words, I do.
That was directed at you. That's all right. Let's do it again. No, it's okay. I must admit, Sarah, I never ever thought I'd see the day you join the Masons. Oh. Come on, the Gers. No, let's not talk about football. Oh, there's a lot of booze there, right? Right, on a serious note, good afternoon, everyone. First of all, right, sorry. I thought it was afternoon. Right. Good evening, everyone. First of all, on behalf of Carol, Fiona and myself, I would like to welcome Charles' parents into the family. I would also like to formally welcome Charlie into the family. And I know, Charles, you've been with us a wee while, and to be honest with you, I have no sympathy. Anyway, so I would also like to welcome all the relatives and friends of both families, and thank you all for being here, especially those of you who've travelled a long way. And I'd like to mention just my favourite niece who came a very long way, and that's Karen Flanagan, with 2 girls. And to really make this special occasion so memorable for Sarah and Charlie, who have obviously worked so very, very hard to make this a beautiful wedding. I'm sure everyone would agree. The ceremony was wonderful. It's been an emotional day. The wedding cake was in tears. It gets worse. Sarah, on a serious note, you look... I wasn't looking for an answer. Sarah, on a serious note, you look absolutely stunning, as do the bridesmaids. And Kai, you've scrubbed up well too, son. And we've got a wee hero. We've got a wee hero in Kai, because there was a bit of dilemma this morning. Sarah was genuinely quite upset. From the day Sarah was born, to be honest with you, up to, I suppose, the present, she was called Tiny Tears, and I don't know why. But anyway, what happened was she was let down with her tiara, and she was quite upset about it. And this is serious, because off his own back, Kai literally organised a shop to deliver it right outside that front door and said, "Mummy, look what I got for you." So I'd like to say a big hand to Kai for that. Well done, son. Okay. So,
I have to get it back on Monday.
Okay. Charlie, we're so glad you're part of the family, and I'm so proud to have you as a son-in-law. I can't believe this day's actually arrived. So thanks for taking Sarah off my hands. It's been absolutely wonderful. I do remember the day Sarah left 5 years ago in August. I took her and Kai out for a bit of lunch, and as sad as it was to see her go, I think it was the best decision she actually made, because although she did well in Scotland with her singing, when she moved down here, her singing really took off. She opened a small company called Bright Therapy, and she doesn't know this. I'm so proud of her, because to actually visit old folks' homes and a care home and make their day that wee bit brighter, I think it says a lot for this girl. So thanks, Sarah, for that. So, next wee bit, Sarah. I'm really genuinely happy that you two met each other. I really am, because I've not met Charlie that often, a handful of times, but he comes across as a fantastic guy, and I really genuinely mean it from my heart. Both of you deserve each other. Okay. So that's fine for that bit. But, no, I was just thinking aloud here, the thing, I'm trying to work out how we called you Tiny Tears. But anyway, today it's Tears of Joy. I got this from someone at the top table. They know who they are, because Sarah said, can you say a lot of nice things about me? And to be honest with you, I was really struggling. But to say Sarah is a warrior, and an overthinker is an understatement. She worries that she isn't worrying about something. On her first day of school, she wouldn't leave the house until she was reassured about how she would know it was playtime and lunchtime. Oh, that's lovely, Sarah. Yeah.
You can see I like my grub, that's why I was worrying.
I was certainly concerned when Sarah left Glasgow, because she's not got a great knowledge as in geography. Oh, yes, I've got to. No. She's not a great general knowledge, as I said, and it's not a strong point at all. In fact, it's not about something that impacts Sarah. It's the way she goes, it just really goes right over her head. This includes geography. 5 years ago, she moved bang in the middle of England, 85 miles either side away from the coast. She was out one day, and when she came home, she said, I passed the sea today. It was Corsington Water. Thanks for that one, Carol. On a serious note, I've been with Sarah her entire life. I've seen the skint knees. I've seen her being sick. I've seen her wet herself. I've seen her cry herself to sleep. But enough about her 18th birthday. Growing up, Sarah called me a lot of things. Dad was popular, but so was Visa, MasterCard, American Express. I hand that over to you now, Charlie. Well done. And Sarah always lightened our lives up. She never ever put lights off. And remember, Sarah, I'm not one really to give you advice. I've not really got a great track record, as you know. But remember, love is like a backache. It doesn't show up in an X-ray, but you know it's there. A successful marriage requires falling in love many times and always with the same person. And don't forget, you don't need to be on the same wavelength to succeed in marriage. You just need to be able to ride each other's waves. No, that's your mind. I'm sorry about that one. Anyway, Charlie was telling me the other day, he thinks he's going to be the man who wears the trousers, but as I said earlier, who ruined that? Right, okay. No, I'll start again. Charlie was telling me he thinks a man has experience, who has a pierced ear and one, can't read my writing. Christ. Pierced ear and is better prepared for marriage. They've experienced pain and bought jewellery. No. So, anyway, advice for Charlie. Remember, Charlie, when you have a discussion with your new wife, always remember to get the last two words in. Yes, dear. And it's true, love is blind, because marriage is definitely an eye-opener. Anyway, what is the secret of a good marriage? Never go to bed mad. Stay up and fight. Some people ask the secret of Mr. and Mrs. Smith's long marriage. They take time to go to a restaurant twice a week, a little candlelight dinner, soft music, and a slow walk home. Mrs. goes on a Tuesdays and Mr. goes on a Friday.
Doing well, Dad.
I was really struggling with this speech, to be honest with you, because I was pretty prepared for it until someone at this table, who I can't mention, obviously, Angela's name, has said, "Don't be nervous, John. Just look into the crowd," which I'm now doing for the first time, and just imagine them all naked. I've got to be honest, it's not much fun. Sorry, Angela, for putting you in that one. So, can everyone please be upstanding to toast the bride and groom, or should I say, Mr. and Mrs. Mason?
Thank you, everyone. Cheers.
Chris, I'm shaking.
Right. Who is it now?
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Only 3, dear. Thank you, John. Oh, did you do the levels? Just keep an eye on the levels. All right. All right, all right. Ready? Right. Yeah, it's great. Thank you, John. On behalf of my wife and I'd like to thank you all for joining us today to celebrate our marriage. It's a privilege to be in the company of so many people who want only the best for us. I know quite a few of you have made long journeys to be here today, and I can honestly say it would not be the same without you. As it's traditional, there are, however, a few special thank yous I need to make. Firstly, there's Christina, who conducted such a lovely ceremony. She really took the time to get to know us and make such a personal service. I'm so glad she can be here today, this evening, to join us as our guest as well. Should we get Kai to do? Yeah, you can get Kai. If you would mind getting up. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. Kai? Oh, we need people. Right, you. That table over there, near the arch, there is 4 bouquets of flowers, right? Bring them over. And you can be of some use. One by one, we're doing accidents. Is that the small one? Big one? We'll see him in a minute. All right. You're going to lose them all, aren't you? Yeah, they're the big ones. I'll just take it to her. Peter, you take that to Christina, please. Thank you, Christina, for what you've done today. Thank you. It's been a lovely service. Yeah, just 2 more. Right, now, my new father-in-law, John Bright. That was an amazing speech. What can I say?
But you pre-wrote that. How did you know it was going to be amazing?
No! Actually, I didn't. I was going to hedge my bets.
Thanks, Charlie.
So what can I say? What I can say is you've been incredibly welcoming to me. And I can also say that you and Carol have raised the most wonderful daughter. I love Sarah with all my heart, and I will do everything I can to continue to make her happy. No, hang on, I need him in a minute. Don't send him off. I'd also like to thank my parents, John and Angela. They've truly done an amazing job raising me. Apparently, I wasn't the easiest child, but somehow you've helped me to get to where I am today. So thank you for everything you've done. Dad, I know you've not been very well in the past few months, but it means the world to me that you've been able to be here today. Mum, as a token...
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Come on. Got some flowers to hand out. Come on, get up here. Give the boy one job. Come on. Right. Give that to my mum, please. Thank you, Mum. Right. Hang on. Wait,
that bit yet. Just tick that. Right. I meant to put the flower down, not you. Right, wait. I would also like to thank my mother-in-law, Carol, and John, and her partner, John Church. They've gone above and beyond in helping make today happen. Thank you, John, for doing such a lovely reading earlier. There's quite a few things I should be thanking them for today. Although, since they provided the table wine, there's a few sore heads you'll probably be thanking them all for tomorrow. Carol, as a token of our appreciation, there's some flowers, if you may have guessed already. Kai, if you'd like to do the honours. Thank you. I don't know. Do the next one. Yeah. Okay. I also need to thank Pauline, Lucy, Sophie, Sarah's bridesmaids, and Deborah, maid of honour. Not only do they look fabulous, but also for helping Sarah prepare today. As we all know, Sarah's known for being cool, calm, and collected, so I'm sure it was an easy task. I also want to thank Jamie, Gary, Rick, my groomsmen, who would have helped who've helped make sure things run smoothly today, and kept me calm throughout. Pete, my best man. I've known you. I've known you since uni, when you somehow recruited me into the world of theatre. Who knew a decade and a half later that would have come in handy? What? Oh, she? Yeah, let me just finish this. Take me off. Pete, you're genuinely the nicest person and quite literally the best man. I should also say you've been amazingly helpful today, making sure things run smoothly. You've gone above and beyond as ever. And that is why you're the best man. I should also say, however, you've got speech next, so be nice. Another person we need to thank, Emma from the Ginger Cooks, and all the staff that have helped today. Mum's knocking booze. Emma, if you could come up here, we've got a little bouquet for you.
Thank you very much.
Just as an appreciation of all the extra effort you've gone to today. Thank you. Yeah, let's hear it for the food. Right. One of the most important people here today, Kai. First of all, thanks for the watch. Now, this delightful watch Kai got me, you don't get flowers. It's not how it works, Kai. So, Kai very kindly gave me this watch on Father's Day, and he got himself a matching one, which Kai is sporting, of course, and he insisted we wore it today, so we're a matching pair today. More importantly, I want to thank you for welcoming me and Oscar into your life. I know it's not always easy, but I promise I only ever want's best for you and your mum. It's a good job he's not got a mic. Right, now, the most important person in my life, my wife. It's going to take me a while to get used to saying that. I've only just stopped calling her my girlfriend. Well, exactly, yeah, you've only been fiancé for... well, 2 weeks in my mind, a year actually, nearly in reality, but... So... Oh, yeah. Sarah, you are the most caring person I've ever met. You are my best friend, and so much more. And now, I'm so proud to be able to call you my wife. I thought it would be worth telling a little story of how we met. I know Christina's touched on it, but I thought I would just give people an extra hint as to how we met and let them see how we got to where we are today. So, a little story. We started in January 2020. Like most couples, we actually met online. I made the first move, and thankfully Sarah decided to reply to my message. One message quickly became many. Due to work, Sarah having to work with gigs late night, me having to find someone to look after Kai, we couldn't find a free evening for a first date. In weeks. All the time, our poor phones were suffering under the load, constantly sending messages to each other. Eventually, we found one day Sarah had a care home gig down the road from where I worked. So a hastily Costa date was arranged in my lunch break. I was all excited about this. Unbeknownst to me, young Kai here had a drug awareness day at school. Somehow, talk of Class A substances caused Kai to feel unwell. So unwell, he managed to faint. So Sarah's work and our date were cancelled as she rushed back to Derbyshire to pick him up. Of course, Kai was perfectly fine by the time she got back to Derbyshire. But once again, our first date was in tatters. Thankfully, Carol, Sarah's mum, took pity on us, and she moved a few things around so Sarah could finally have that first date she'd been wanting. And we were finally able to meet. Well, that's one way to look at it. First date awkwardness aside, we quickly found we clicked in the real world just as much as we did in the virtual. One great date quickly turned into several. Fast forward a couple of months, and we're now officially an item. By now, we've reached the third page. We've reached March 2020, and we're spending literally every spare moment together. That was until we watched Boris's press conference. From tomorrow, if you don't live with someone, you can't meet them, period. Remember, there was no social bubbles back then. We didn't know how we would cope, but we decided we had to do the right thing and stick to the rules. I can tell you... Oi. You're missing the next bit of the story. I can tell you, we lasted 3 days. No. So, what Bojo had said is if you don't live with someone, then there's only one option. Sarah and Kai moved into my place for a couple of weeks' trial. Several cases and 15 bags for life. Later, and that was it. We're officially living together. Who knew one small Peugeot hatchback could hold so much? Sarah doesn't pack light, and when there's a pandemic on, who knows what you might need? Whilst the world outside was fighting over toilet roll and flour, our little world was bliss. The concept of a 2-week trial seemed to be forgotten on about day 3. Within a year, we're buying our first house together, and another year on, you're all here to help us write the next chapter in our story. As many of you will know, Sarah's a Scot. And what I hadn't banked on is there's a few benefits to living with a Scot. There's the...
Keep it clean. Don't want to be sorry.
Right.
Carry on.
Would you like the microphone, dear? No? Okay. So, there are many benefits to living with a Scot. The language, for one. Not only is there the accent, but there's a whole new vocabulary to learn. It's a whole new world of wains, jobbies, and being scunnered. Thanks to Sarah, I can now just about understand a Gary Cinnamon song after the 10th listen. Jerry, yeah, sorry, I can't read the blue writing. He never says his name, to be fair.
Jerry.
I know it's Jerry. I actually got me read my own script. Jerry, right. Thanks to the ceremony earlier, which some of you might have heard because somebody played the song at the wrong time, we have made sure you've all had the pleasure of listening to one of his hits. And whilst our English friends and family haven't been blessed with my crash course in Glaswegian, one thing I think we can all agree, Sarah truly is a belter. So will you all please be upstanding and raise a toast to my lovely bride, Sarah the Belter. Sarah the Belter.
Hey, Pete, spill the beans.
Pete, your turn now.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Pete, and I have the honour of being Charlie's best man. I would like to begin by thanking John and Charlie for their speeches and Richard for his introduction. Thank you very much, sir. I would also like to thank Sarah and Charlie for all the work they've put on organising today. They've done a really fantastic job. It's just been so fun, so brilliant. I'm so delighted we're all able to join them here today to celebrate this wonderful occasion. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank Sophia, Tasha, Lindsay and Nicole for all their help last-minute finishing touches today. Really very much appreciated. You've all been absolutely brilliant. I've known Charlie for 18 years. We met at university where we both studied computer science. I confess I never really had Charlie's natural ability to code nor passion for the subject, in truth. However, we did share a passion for drinking beer, hiking in the Lake District, drinking beer, skiing in Val d'Isère, drinking beer, technical theatre, and drinking a bit more beer. In our second year at uni, we founded our Technical Theatre Society, running the tech from everything from open mic nights to plays and musicals in venues in and around Brighton. My fondest memories of university are our productions, from our 500-mile road trip to go and pick up a second-hand Audrey 2 for our production of Little Shop of Horrors, to working at the Brighton Festival on a somewhat surreal Spanish anti-capitalist production of Ronald the Clown from McDonald's. Little did we know that Charlie was honing skills that would later be put to use supporting his phenomenally talented wife. I was blown away when I first heard you sing at your engagement party, Sarah. Charlie has been an invaluable friend to me. He was my best man when I married my wife Emily back in 2016, and his godfather to my daughter Charlotte. Thank you, Charlie, for being the best friend I could ask for. Sarah, I must say you look beautiful today. Over the time of our friendship, I've never seen Charlie so happy. He's been a brilliant friend to me, and I know he will be a wonderful husband. Handsome, intelligent, generous, funny are just some of the words I'd use to describe Gary Shatlock, who I met on Charlie's stag do in Mallorca. Gary was concerned my speech would just be about computer science. In order to ensure that wasn't the case, a theme was chosen for our night spent in Magaluf. The theme chosen was the Johnny Depp Amber Heard court case. Our group comprised of the judge, Megapint, Amber Heard's dog, the bee who stung said dog, Johnny Depp. I had the privilege of being the poo that Amber Heard allegedly left in Johnny Depp's bed. A blonde wig, rouge and lipstick. Charlie had the role of being Amber, which he truly lived up to the fullest and made really quite an impression in Magaluf. Sarah, Charlie and Kai, I know I speak for everyone in this room when I say we wish you all the happiness for your life together as a family. We are so glad you found one another, and this day is a reminder that the best is yet to come. I would like to invite everyone to raise their glasses to the happy couple.